Evening, guys. How are you doing on the 4th of July here, Independence Day in the US? So I hope you enjoy that with every single one of your friends, family, loved ones, and cherish your Independence Day. It's important to keep those important days as a celebration, especially in these times, right? A Twitter recap is coming up here. And yeah, as always, as I have to say, follow me on YouTube, please, and also Twitter, but also SOXX, where I do most of my posts, videos, all that good stuff. Currently, we are on a daily basis looking into uranium because it is, in my opinion, at a huge increase in volatility. We saw that yesterday, and I think the volatility has started, but we need a bit more confirmation. But definitely yesterday was indeed the right direction. Hopefully it continues. But yeah, let's check in on the good guys that I have on Twitter. As I often start out saying, is that these guys are really good at what they do. I know most of you follow them anyways, but if you don't, give them a follow. They do some great analysis with different techniques and different time frames and all that good stuff. But they are definitely worth a follow. Especially Grady here. What a great guy! I've been following him for like 4 years or so, maybe a tad more. So this is Palladium. Again, huge drawback or pullback. It's not a pullback. It's basically going from 3,400 down to like 800 or so. Huge collapse there. We have seen it multiple times. You can see the collapse, and then we run, collapse, then we run. And I agree. I think we right here at roughly $1,800 and $1,000 is the bottom, and it is actually breaking out. If you zoom in here, it is actually breaking down right now. Not from a bottoming pattern, but from some very important trend lines coming down. So Palladium looks really good here. The target is very high here. Oh, he's talking about 25,000 here. Potentially, that is a big target for sure. But looking back in history, based on that, he is absolutely correct. We shall see. But definitely, I think Palladium here is definitely with a good shot of making a massive bottom where we are. It will take a bit more time to undo the weekly pressure to the downside, but that should flip at some point in time to become an uptrend again. So Palladium, yeah, I agree, man. Patrick, also one guy, I think one of the first 10 guys that I followed on Twitter, also does some really cool work. The silver here overcame a huge hurdle with its quarterly close. So what does Patrick mean by this? Looking at a quarterly close, no wicks, but I think you can actually connect the wicks there also. But anyways, quarterly closes here. We have one there, we have one here, and we are actually getting above. Again, here as we speak, so we are very close to that massive breakout here. And also you can see the hurdle. We do have this, let's call it $26-28 zone here, which previously, back in 2011, were, the floor, which then gave in. And now we're above that floor. Really good. Silver, ever since we broke 26 somewhere here, massively bullish on silver. There's no denying, in my opinion, that silver is in a huge uptrend. And this, in my opinion, will also be one for the books. We have an inverted head and shoulders here. Neckline broke, going higher. The cup and handle has, the ceiling at 50. That will get broken at some point in time. No questions asked, in my opinion. So yeah, silver looks good. It looks fantastical. Rashad here. Silver broke the major rising trend line last week and since then remains below. To negate this breakdown, silver needs to trade back above $30. Silver overcoming descending resistance and trading above 31.50 would add significant confidence. I don't know where silver is today. I think it's roughly at 30 if I remember correctly. Let me just quickly check here. Yeah, 30.4. So we are somewhere up here. So we're actually about, yeah, now I remember, we are making a tiny 1 hourly bull flag here, just above resistance, above support here. So we are back above the long term here, or the short term from March, the uptrend. So false breakdown and back above that resistance there, which is now support. Silver looks really good where it is right now, if it can keep that, so that's good to see. Stefano, first part here, the HUI, the gold bug index, the monthly chart here suggests that above 280 to 290, the doors open up for an increase towards the indicated target. You can see here what he's basically pointing to is that right here we have cup and then a handle here with the ceiling at roughly 375. But also here we have, similar to what we see now on Palladium, actually, we have this kind of like a neckline coming down here. And I agree, getting above, I have 300, but anyways, the thoughts are the same. Above 300 in my opinion, and 290, according to Stefano, we have a move, at least in my opinion, to 375, pull back, and then we will go higher again. Looking really good here upon that break for the HUI. And that's the gold bug index, and it has been underperforming heavily compared to gold, so that would be great to see. Great here, the gold miners ETF, the GDX, is now trying to break out. You can see here that actually we have a 15-year trend line coming down here, where we have broken out, retested, and ever since we have just been grinding. And you could argue that this is a bullish channel here. So when we start to move up from here, getting above 0.19 or so, maybe 0.2, depending on your preferences, then the move should continue to the upside. Same thing as gold. The GDX looks incredibly well and will do really well, in my opinion here. Trader here, platinum. Here comes platinum, testing its resistance level once again, the roughly $1,000 resistance level, obviously going from 3 to 4 digits, always support and resistance. Well, not always, but very often. We're observing a pattern of higher highs, indicating bullish momentum. Despite still being within a sideways market, the price action shows promising signs for the bulls. I completely agree. I also mentioned on Twitter that I think when we started to get this pullback here, that I think this is the final pullback before leaving for good. And that's still my case here with that higher low. So again, getting above 1100, I agree, 1100 for platinum. And platinum is out of here. Palladium here, it's a long text, so you have to check it yourself. Posted today. Here you can see the trendline break that I talked about when we looked at Palladium from Grady on the first chart, breaking out some very important resistances here. And this one goes back a few years, that white resistance line, which is now support. So Palladium is doing some great hard work right now. Grady, last but not least here, when I hear the classic contrarian saying, buy low, sell high, be a contrarian, buy when there's blood in the streets, be greedy when others are fearful, then I think about this commodity, the commodities versus general equities. So what he's trying to show here is the CRB against the Indu 50-year chart, huge move down here, sideways action, and again, we should have that incline here in favor of commodities. In my opinion, the bond market broke in 2020. And that is also why we were kickstarting the commodity bull market at that point in time. If you just chart the CRB, for itself, it's screamingly bullish across the board there. So yeah, commodities, as I've been saying for a long time, is the place to be, in my opinion, also for this decade and maybe 10 years more. Not 10 years more, but 10 years from now. Incredible big opportunities coming our way. That's it, guys. As always, if you like to more of this content, follow me YouTube, Twitter, and especially Substack. A 10-minute video to perfection, actually. We will cut it here. Have a great day, guys, and stay safe. Bye.